there, it is the ChiMan, and welcome to Cooking with Steve! Snap! Anyway, what I thought I'd make for you tonight is what I like to call Bachelor Lasagna. That's right, something easy for the guys to do, or ladies, but something easy to do at home that's fun and doesn't take a whole lot of time to prepare. In fact, the longest thing is the actual cooking of the dish. So, let's get it on. Alright, so what we're going to do first is prepare our chicken, because I like chicken. And while you can make the lasagna with sausage and beef and all that kind of good stuff, we're going to go with the chicken. So you're going to need 2 thawed chicken breasts. Here we go. Number 1. Now that you have your chicken breast, what you're going to do is first cue the theme music. You're going to take a knife and a fork and you are going to slice that chicken into nice little pieces, because what you're going to end up doing is putting it in a skillet and cooking it that way. Now you can use strips or anything in particular, eventually, as I said, getting into cube-sized pieces. Now you're going to want a nice little skillet to do this in, and some seasoning. Now because this is an Italian themed dish, I thought I would go with just Italian seasoning. 1 chicken breast down. Now the way I like to cook my meat, whether it be chicken, whether it be beef or anything, sausage particularly, is I like to take some olive oil and your skillet and drizzle it in there and just kind of ooze it around the pan. It becomes a nice cooking conductor and gets it in there nice and easy. So we will slide this in there. Chicken breast number 2! Even though I call this Bachelor Lasagna, it's really more of a casserole bake. Because you're not using lasagna noodles, you're actually using any random kind of pasta that you can get. The reason why I prefer random pasta, whether it be bow tie or macaroni or tortellini, is that it's readily available in most markets. It comes in a nice 1-pound bag. And if you've ever tried making lasagna, you know that you have to be so careful not to break those strips that it takes the fun out of cooking. Alright, so here's our chicken in the skillet, all nice and set. And what we're going to do is use some Italian seasoning to spice up our meat. And you're going to want to generously coat the meat before you cook it. Now, of course, easiest way to cook chicken is right here on the stove top. So make sure the chicken is nicely coated with your oil, olive oil, and the seasoning, and just grill it right up. Just make sure that your chicken is well cooked to a golden brownish color, and that it is of course thoroughly cooked to avoid any chance of any kind of nastiness later on in the evening. Take a look at that. Now that is some sizzling chicken. Look at those spices. Now that the chicken is done, it's time to boil the water for our pasta. Now you want a good sized stock pot, because you want to make sure you have enough room for the pasta to boil evenly in the water and not congeal together. Now, as I said, you can use really any type of pasta you want for this. I think I'm going to use a little bow tie pasta. We'll see what I have in store, and we'll go from there. All right, the pasta is now at a nice rolling boil. So we're going to take our pasta, open it up, and pour it in. Now, cooking time might vary depending on your particular brand of pasta, but essentially you're looking at about 10 minutes for it to boil, cook. And of course you want to periodically stir it so that it doesn't clump together. The other thing you need to keep an eye on is to make sure it doesn't boil over and damage your stove. So we're going to let this cook and then strain it and get ready to make our lasagna pan. Now it's a good time while you're letting the pasta cook to go ahead and preheat your oven. You're looking at preheating your oven to about 400 degrees.